Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with, this is today's, and today is Thursday the 8th. It's today's load prompt about how we communicate with or connect with nature. And I'm trying to catch up. In fact, I'm trying to do my very first one of the 12 days of summer Scraplifts at Scrap Squad. I've chosen this one, which is day 5, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that that's Missy Whidden in that photo. And so I'm going to, I've got some scraps and I've got a whole sheet of P13 paper. I forget what the collection is. Summer Vibes. It's got this beautiful pink on the back, but I think I have some other pink, so I'm going to use this kind of dotty blue with a few kind of preordained splatters on it. And I've got this piece of Sun-Kissed by Cocoa Vanilla, and I'm gonna kind of let it stand in. Let me go ahead and tear it. I forgot about Cocoa Vanilla paper being so different to tear. It's left a lot of that white, but I actually don't mind that. I could use this, but I prefer that, especially since I'm using it on a non-white background. So it's gonna kind of go like that. And then up at the top, I'm gonna do this, a strip of this green, which is from Color Study. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut a 3/4 inch strip, and I'll tuck it under that. So I'm gonna do it like that. And then down at the bottom, I'm gonna do another full strip of the green, but I'm gonna tear it. Let's see, I wish I could use, actually I'm gonna tuck it in. So what I'm gonna use instead is this, I'll use a full strip of this, torn, and then with the green kind of peeking out of it. I'm gonna do this, and this is also from Color Study. Okay, let that go like this. That go like that. And I may just kind of, well, actually, I know I'm going to use some of this under the photo, as well as some of this under the photo. And I think I'm done with that sheet. So let me now tear a little bit of this green to kind of peek out of the stripe there. So I'm gonna do this, kind of like that. And I will distress this, and it's gonna kind of go down here. I've got 4 photos from our recent trip. I've used 4 different filters, which kind of, I'm actually gonna add another strip up here. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna cut it straight so I can actually turn it around and have the orange over on this other side. Like that. I'll layer it like that. And then I've got this vellum. She's got some vellum. I think I'm gonna need to cut my vellum in half and layer my photos and then tuck the vellum in underneath the photos, kind of like so. And let's say they go like that. I also want some of this green. I'm going to go ahead and cut it like this and like this. And I'll just kind of tear it like that. There. And let me do a piece of this. And I'll let this one be on the non-white side. Let's see. And I want these to kind of cover up that seam, the photos. So that's kind of my design. There is a big circle kind of back behind it, and there's some thread. I'm going to pull my thread right now. I'm going to use white thread. And instead of the circle, I'm going to use this cut file, which will kind of go over this layer but under everything else. So like that. Okay, let's start putting it together. And for embellishments, I have just gotten in, well, let's see. I do have these sunglasses. I've got a couple leaves, wood leaves, and a seashell that I did not use on my last layout, so I'm hoping to use it on here. I have some ink splatters in some of the colors that I'm using here. I have a blue arrow flare, and I thought I would use it to kind of point in to the bluest of these photos. My embellishments are going to be limited to these two collections of die cut shapes from Rosie Studio, which I just got in the mail yesterday. This one is called Vacay, and this one's called Salt and Sunsets. So I figured there should be enough in there to handle this little cluster of embellishments that's going to go right here, and this big cluster that's going to kind of go down here. I don't have to have as big a cluster because I've got 4 photos instead of 2, and then I'll, you know, have some miscellaneous ones around. So let's just see how this all works together. I should probably do the splatters first, but you know me, I'm not going to do that. That's kind of makes too much sense. It's too practical, and it's too cautious. I find when I do that, and this is just kind of silly, but I find when I do that, I always have the prettiest splatters in the places that I don't really need them. So let me put a little bit of tape on here and kind of tuck this under, and then I'm going to bend it over so that it's kind of distressed, and it'll give it some dimensional interest that is meant to make up for the fact that it isn't going to have any stitching. So I've got a little bit hanging off the edge there, and I've got a little hanging off the edge here. So the different paper manufacturers, different, you know, you kind of have different sizes. I'm going to take that up, and I'm going to put this one down, and then I'll stick that one in between. at least line up that side, that side. I'm going to kind of turn that over and tear it in a couple places and bend it, and I'm going to do the same thing to all three of these layers. I know this is a strange mix of colors, and I kind of picked the papers, you know, because I like them, but also each one kind of represents a little bit of what I'm trying to convey in the journaling in response to the story prompt. Let's see. And it's kind of, I mostly connect with nature through my camera lens. You know, I obviously am out in it when I'm taking the photos, and in the photo I try to capture what it is I'm feeling about it and the awe and wonder of it all. So here I'm kind of, it's, to me, awe and wonder I would express in color. So wild combinations of colors, and that to me is the kind of the ultimate feeling of wonder and awe. So, okay, so I've got that kind of how I want it. This I can kind of run across the bottom, and I can peel that up too. And I've got this going, you know, I've got the stripe here, and down here I have the stripes in a different place. And I'm going to peel this over. And this has lots of different color flowers on the other side of it. And so those colors are going to kind of make an appearance here. And then this. So this leaves a little area that I could have an embellishment, and then this is an area where I can have a cluster, especially if I have my photo there. So now, the next thing I need to put down is this, and I'm just gonna kind of have it there. I need to put an embellishment here because this is one of the cut edges, same here. So I'm gonna be guided by that. That's going to kind of set the requirements there. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue down in a part that I know is going to be under. Oh, come on. This is so annoying. This one worked just fine in my last video. Okay. And I clearly need a better, when I see other people's videos, they have this pinpoint glue applicator. And I tried that a million years ago when I did cards, and I wasn't entirely happy with it, but I suspect maybe I wasn't using the right glue, and that there may be better glues available now. Okay, so I'm going to put that there, kind of wipe that out. Okay, now I thought I might do this. And I kind of want to put this here. I'm going to cover up the word love. Okay. And let me just make sure that that's the right size for the arrangement of the photos. I have two that are kind of aqua in hue, and I want to kind of mix those up with, I don't want to do, let's see, here we go. I'm going to do this, maybe just slightly offset there. And I'm going to put a little foam at the back. Let me get my foam out so that I have it handy. Then I'm going to take the other aqua one and kind of put it here. Okay, that works. Come on. Then I'll take the other blue one and put it here. Maybe there. I can cover that up. And kind of raise it up like that and put it at a slightly different angle. I'm trying not to mirror it to either this one or this one. And I'm spending way too much time on this. Given that it's okay, so there, and I like that up there. Okay, so that's fine, and the width of this these couple papers works out well too. Get that down there, and then this goes I don't think that really matters a whole lot, but I do want to show, I want the people at the beach to show. That's the water, and then I talk about the sky, and this upper vellum is going to represent the sky. So let me get the photos down here. Let me do it like that. Okay, they looked like they were just kind of tossed there. Is that it? Just kind of tossed like that. Let's see, I want this there, so my glue goes here. And I need to get it under there. And I don't want it showing on either side. Okay, so that's down. And I like, this is my journaling, and it's gonna kind of sit in the middle of all of this folded up stuff, but I have to get it so that the words actually show. Okay, that's not, it's not working out as I had hoped. I'm gonna put it at an angle, and then I'll put an embellishment of some sort over here, and that's okay. Well, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fold it over as well. And then folding that down lets me read things. I can kind of improve the readability there. Okay, that works, and then I can actually maybe even stick some embellishments back from behind there. Okay, so I've got the main thing working, and I wanted to use this arrow kind of pointing at the blue, but I like the idea of using this arrow here to cover up the cut spot. So I'm gonna do that. And then I can embellish, do some die cuts or something around it. And that seems appropriate. It repeats the blues, the blues in these two photos, kind of over in a different section of the page. I want to do the sunglasses. These were left from a previous page. One I did for Mixed Media Frenzy. That will go live tomorrow. This one's gonna go live today on the 8th. That one goes live on the 9th. But I did it today. And I'm gonna just kind of throw some of these things around. Maybe this could go there. That's again covering up a cut spot. Color-wise, it works there. I've got this, which I thought might be kind of cute coming out from this to kind of give this a little bit of balance. Out from under the photo cluster and kind of within this circle. I've got this, which I kind of wanted to put near the beach page, and these two were taken at the beach. These two were, this was looking from this point down towards the locks that our sailboat used to pass, sailing out into Galveston Bay. And this one is standing back over down here and looking the other direction. So one's going one way, one's going the other, and they're kind of the same channel of water there, but different views. So I'm gonna actually kind of do this here because it's a beach sort of scene. I'm gonna put this one up here. That indicates that in nature there's also a lot of flora and fauna that I like to connect with. And I'll let that be kind of the end point. It'll draw your eye to this journaling spot. Okay, I think I've used all of those things. Now let's break into the Rosie Studio goodies and see how we can finish this off. The vacay one has a couple of let's see. I'm seeing by this, there are a couple of these black and white tropical leaves, and I like that idea. Let's see, there are actually 2 of these. See if we can slide one there, and this is a little bit different leaf, so it might go like that, but I'm gonna put both of those on foam to let them kind of raise up that vellum. It should give some, you should really be able to see the depth that creates. When the vellum gets lifted up. Okay, there, and there are some other black and white leaves. These 2 right here that I thought maybe kind of, okay, those are actually navy and white. And these I'm not going to put on foam. I'm putting them on top of the vellum instead of underneath it. So it'll just a little bit different look there. And I like these pink ones, but they don't really kind of excite me a whole lot. I like the ticket. Let's see what else is good there. Don't need the hairdryer. There's a camera in here that I do like because it's lots of black and white. Come on, I'm not finding it. They're butterflies. I may take the little tickets and kind of use them maybe right here and kind of stick that under the vellum. Okay, now the vellum won't lift. And I'll curl them up. Okay, I'm gonna kind of slide this away and keep in mind that there's a camera there, and if I feel desperate enough to need the camera, I'll go hunting more thoroughly for it. This one is Salt and Sunsets. It has more muted colors, and I don't think I want this green for these leaves, so that's why I picked the black and white. But it does have some seashells that are kind of cute, and I like this Don't Forget the Little Things, even though it's pink and doesn't necessarily blend in with anything. I think my philosophy for word strips is that word strips are meant to kind of stand out, so they don't really have to match. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. So let me go here with this one. I'm going to kind of put it out to the side here where it really will contrast. And there is some pink in this. I've used different filters, 4 different filters for these 4 different pages, and I will include the names of those filters in my description box in case you want to check them out. I screen printed them. I rarely do that. Okay, it says don't forget the little things. But now let's go hunt for those seashells. Here is one, and there are 2 of each, so I need to be careful that I don't glue 2 of them down at once. And I'm going to repeat that color pink in a, and I'm going to, let's see how we're going to do what we're going to do here. I'm going to kind of put this over near this guy, kind of part of this cluster, and I think there's another kind of shell here, this pink what do I want to say? It's not exactly a scallop shell, but oyster shell. So there's a little cluster. I've got some flowers. Oh, there's another type of seashell, and the little seahorse maybe right there. I can do this one maybe right there, and I just want to put some, I want to be sure that it's obviously a seashell. And let's see what else I've got. I've got this flower, kind of a hibiscus. It's too big to go there, but ooh. Okay, here's that's also too big. Here we go. It's a tiny white one, and it'll contrast with the Dotty blue. So just kind of have it right there. I don't want any more than that over in that corner. I'm going to put this guy here, and then maybe one of these flowers kind of just barely peeking out right there. And yes, I know that I have drastically departed from what Missy did, but I have kind of a different theme. And where's my flower? Here it is. And this I want on. Okay, there are the 2 that are like that. Let's see. There, and maybe I will use, oh gosh, there's so many cute things. This is some coral. Here's some pink coral. Is that too much? I think it might be too much. I've got maybe this gold leaf. I like that. it adds a little bit of gold. Now here's a little tiny camera that isn't as detailed as the one in the other collection. So let me look again for that camera. I don't know about you, I have never ordered from Rosie Studio before, and I'm thrilled that I have all this stuff, but I'm also pretty confused as to how I'm going to keep up with it. It's amazing, and I love the sizes. Just kind of a little, I like this black and white shell with the purple, and maybe I'm gonna put it, okay, that's moving around. Maybe put it like that so that there's just a little hint of that purple showing, but it's still kind of tucked in and not kind of sitting out there on its own. Okay, so I maybe need something right in here. No, I don't like that. Maybe that's, oh, there's a little bird. That's kind of a goofy looking little bird, but there were birds in the, you know, all around us there on the dock. Here's a tiny pink flower. Maybe can overlay right there. Let me put it on a tiny bit of foam. And then I think I'm gonna call this one done, except I may do something right in here. I didn't do the cluster because these things kind of came down farther than I thought. Well, not farther than I thought necessarily. Where did I do? Okay, here it is. It's in my tweezer. Silly me. Okay, we're gonna do that there. Okay, anything else other than this? I'm gonna do a mini cluster there. I've got this bird of paradise bloom that I could have right there, and maybe a camera. I need a camera because that's kind of what my journaling is about. Maybe I do the camera right here and this little guy. Let's see, maybe I will do the camera and a more impressive looking flower there. Kind of like that. And let me do a that's got the gold foiling on it, so I kind of think that's beautiful. There. And let me get the camera kind of situated here. I'm going to kind of stick the camera through the flower. I need a little more foam because it's up on stuff. I'm going to mix these two, in case you wondered. I'm going to mix these two collections of ephemera together in the same container, and I may actually break out categories. I might put all the seashells together and all the flowers and leaves together and things like that. Let's see how this works. There. Okay, so that kind of looks like I'm talking about the camera. Then this, I think, can go here, and I'm going to put a little glue kind of right on these things and on it, because it's kind of going to be sitting up on top of the folded back edges here without any support on the flat paper. Okay, I'm going to push all this stuff aside and see if I think we need anything else. I think not. I don't have all of the elements that Missy had. There's a round there are a couple round, she's got lots of buttons, let's just say. And I don't have the round elements, so I'm kind of subbing in some seashore type elements. And I'm going to add a few more here because I'm not happy with that little bit there. And I may look for another tropical leaf or a larger hibiscus. That works there, and then I kind of need some little something. Maybe one of these tiny little gold starfish. And I can put that maybe right there. That doesn't look good. Peel it off, kind of get that away. Let's do something like that. And then I'll put this over top of that. Let that be flat. Excuse me. Going through here. Enjoy today is kind of cute. Is there a place I need that? Maybe right here. And that's kind of plain. I don't want to get too busy down here because there's so much going on up here. I really don't want to do a whole lot up here. I want to let that's about the only place that the cut file shows. I do like this, this little circle, the compass. And I see a spot that I can put it right there. Okay, I'm going to call it done. I could probably sit here and do a million more things on it. For instance, I keep looking for some place for this to go. Maybe there. I kind of like that. So you knew I was going to find something else, right? Okay, so me and nature kind of means me and sun and sky and sand and most importantly water. And this kind of embodies all of that. And there we go. Okay. And that kind of frames out this, don't forget the little things. Okay, so an oddball page. I obviously picked the sunset paper to go with this, which is a sunset photo I took through the sea oats at Margaritaville. And then I wanted that green for contrast. I wanted the dotty blue to kind of say water. And then the stripes are really also just for contrast and to kind of brighten up all the other colors. So hopefully it looks like I was inspired by and at least used Missy's for some guidance. And I thank you very much for watching. Oh, wait, my splatters. Okay, let's cover up the photos. Let's kind of do that. And I will take that. I'm not going to do a lot there, but just in case. This is Heidi Swap, and it's, I think, sweet mint. Yes, sweet mint. And I got some of it on my Enjoy Today, which is, okay, I don't really need to get it on the other Rosie Studio things. I didn't use my thread yet. I'm going to put it right up in there. And here's some green. It's Diane Reevely's Shimmer Spray Fresh Lime. And then this is Heidi Swap's Hot Pink. Okay, and I think that's enough. Let me do a tangle of thread, and I want to do the white thread, of course, on the darker bright color there. So I've kind of tangled it up. I'm going to turn this around, pull this off, get a chunk of glue up under these. This pink ticket isn't glued down very well, but the one under it is. So I'm going to kind of get the glue up under there. And it's hard to hold the thread in one hand and the glue in the other hand and lift at the same time, but I'm going to try. I'm going to give it a shot. Let me get my popsicle stick to push this under, and I'll scrunch it up some more because we know it'll come unscrunched once it's under there and once I let go of it. And I'm going to pull this pink ticket back out over it and then kind of glue it down better. Let it use some of the thread glue to hold itself down. There. Let me get a little glue under it, and it can kind of help to hold the thread down. I don't like it sticking out at that angle. I have to get the angle just right. Okay, there we go. And it's done. So Thank you for watching. Let me get a look at it this way. I hope that was okay, or if maybe I should have gotten just a plain black and white. But I do like how the orange kind of repeats what's in the cocoa vanilla paper. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.